All right, so get this. A Paris-based AI startup, Mistral AI, just hit a 5.8 billion valuation.
Billion with a B.
Yeah, exactly. And they're really turning heads with their open source approach to AI.
It's like a direct challenge to those closed systems we always see from companies like OpenAI.
And investors are definitely taking notice. Mistral just secured a massive $600 million in Series B funding. But it's not just startups making waves.
No, you're right. NVIDIA, the powerhouse behind all those graphics cards everyone knows, is shaking things up too.
Yeah, they just unveiled this QuantumX Supercomputer, which is merging AI with like a quantum-inspired architecture.
And the results are pretty impressive. We're seeing
Yeah.
something like an 80% reduction in simulation times, especially in things like drug discovery.
Okay, so let's unpack this whole Mistral AI thing. What is it about their open source approach that's got everyone so excited?
Well, traditionally AI development has been dominated by these big players who keep their models super secret.
Yeah, like a secret recipe or something.
Exactly, but Mistral is like flipping the script. They're making their models like Mistral 7B and Mistral 8x7B accessible to everyone.
Oh, wow. So smaller businesses, developers,
Yeah.
even just hobbyists can use these powerful tools.
Yeah, that's the idea. It levels the playing field and it allows for a much wider range of innovation. Like this kind of open access could really change the AI landscape.
I could definitely see why investors are so excited about it. It's like opening up the world of AI to a whole new generation of creators.
Yeah, it's democratizing access to these cutting-edge technologies, which could lead to some really groundbreaking advancements.
Yeah, it's almost like the early days of the internet where open source software played a big role in its growth.
That's a really good analogy. There's a similar spirit of collaboration and community-driven development happening in the open source AI movement.
Now let's talk about this QuantumX supercomputer from NVIDIA.
Okay, so this is where things get really interesting. NVIDIA has basically combined AI with an architecture inspired by quantum mechanics.
Quantum inspired. So does that mean it's not actually a true quantum
Yeah.
computer?
That's right. It uses algorithms that sort of mimic the principles of quantum mechanics, but without needing that super complex hardware of a full-fledged quantum computer.
So it's like a way to get a taste of the quantum world without that massive investment.
Exactly. And the results are still really amazing. We're talking about a huge acceleration of complex simulations, which is especially important for fields like drug discovery.
So potentially faster drug development, which leads to quicker breakthroughs and treatments for people.
Precisely. It could seriously change healthcare. It could shave years off the whole drug development process.
Okay, I'm starting to understand why they're calling this a quantum leap in computing.
Yeah, it's a major advancement that could transform all kinds of industries, not just healthcare.
From open source AI models to these quantum-inspired supercomputers, it feels like the speed of innovation is just increasing at an incredible rate.
It definitely is. And we haven't even touched upon the latest developments in AI models themselves.
Speaking of which, there's been a lot of buzz lately about OpenAI's upcoming GPT-5.
Ah, yes, GPT-5. If those leaked details are actually true, it's going to be a multimodal model capable of handling all sorts of data, not just text.
And get this, the benchmarks are saying it could achieve near-human coding accuracy.
Yeah, something like 99.99% accuracy on those coding benchmarks.
Right, 99.99%. So you're saying this AI could write code as well as, if not better than an experienced programmer?
It's a possibility. And it has a lot of people in the software world excited and a little apprehensive.
Yeah, I could see why. On the one hand, it could automate these really complex tasks and completely revolutionize how we build software. But on the other hand, what does it mean for the future of coding jobs?
It's a good question. As AI systems get more and more sophisticated, we really need to think about what that means for the workforce.
It seems like a recurring theme. We're seeing the incredible potential of AI, but at the same time, we have to grapple with its potential impact on jobs.
That's true. The key is to find a way to use these advancements so they benefit everyone in society, while also making sure we minimize any negative consequences.
Yeah, it's like walking a tightrope. But before we go any further, let's get back to GPT-5. Are we seeing it used in the real world yet?
So Salesforce, the CRM company, has already adopted GPT-5. They're integrating it into their Agentforce platform.
Agentforce, that's their AI agent platform, right?
Yep, that's the one. They're using GPT-5 to streamline things like client onboarding for over 200 companies, including big names like Accenture and IBM.
Wow, so GPT-5 isn't just some theoretical concept.
Yeah.
It's already being used and making a real difference in how businesses operate.
Exactly. And this is just the beginning. As GPT-5 becomes more widely available, we can expect to see its influence across all sorts of industries.
This is all happening so fast. It's exciting, but also a little scary. But for now, let's dive into this world of AI agents. What exactly are they, and how are they changing how we work?
Well, AI agents, they're basically software programs that can do certain tasks all on their own.
So kind of like a digital assistant that can handle things automatically.
Exactly. And they're being used everywhere, from customer service and logistics to even HR.
Right, and you were saying before how Salesforce is using GPT-5 to power their Agentforce platform.
Yeah, that's right. They're using its advanced capabilities to make tasks like client onboarding much smoother.
Really sounds like these AI agents are going to change the way we work. But we have to talk about the big concern everyone has: job displacement.
I know it's a valid concern. Some analysts are saying that maybe as much as 40% of administrative roles could be automated soon.
Wow, 40%. That's a lot of jobs.
It is, and it really shows how important it is for us to adapt and prepare for a future where AI is a bigger part of the workplace.
So how do we manage that transition? What can we do to make sure AI benefits everyone, not just the people in those specialized tech jobs?
Well, one really important thing is education and retraining. We need to give people the skills they need to succeed in an economy that's driven by AI.
So focusing on things like data analysis, AI development, and other areas where human creativity and problem solving are still crucial.
Exactly. It's not about trying to compete with AI, but learning how to work with it. Think of it as a partnership where each side uses its strengths.
Like maybe a doctor using AI to analyze tons of patient data, which would free up their time for more personalized care and interaction with patients.
That's a great example. AI can do the heavy lifting so humans can focus on things that require empathy, critical thinking, and complex decision making.
So it's more about enhancing our abilities, not replacing them.
Right. And another important thing is encouraging a mindset of lifelong learning technology. Technology is always changing. So being able to adapt and continuously learn new skills is super important.
Yeah, it's like that saying, the only constant is change. And that's definitely true in the age of AI.
Absolutely. Embracing change and being willing to learn new skills throughout your career is essential in this ever-evolving world.
So while we're talking about the future of work and how AI is changing things, let's switch gears for a minute and explore some of the really mind-blowing possibilities that might be just around the corner.
Yeah, like where science fiction meets reality. One area that has huge potential is when AI and quantum computing come together.
We talked a little about quantum-inspired architecture before with NVIDIA's QuantumX, but actual quantum computing is a whole different ballgame, isn't it?
It really is. Quantum computers use the principles of quantum mechanics to do calculations way faster than normal computers.
So we're talking about a level of computing power that could totally revolutionize AI as we know it.
Exactly. Imagine being able to solve problems that are just impossible for even the most powerful supercomputers right now.
What kinds of problems?
Ugh.
What are some of the potential applications of this quantum AI combination?
Oh, the possibilities are endless. One area where it could make a huge difference is drug discovery. Imagine being able to simulate how millions of molecules interact in a fraction of the time it takes today.
That would speed up the development of new drugs and therapies for diseases that are currently incurable.
Exactly. It could change healthcare as we know it and lead to breakthroughs we can only dream of right now.
Besides healthcare, what other fields could benefit from this quantum AI synergy?
Materials science is another great example. Quantum AI could help us design and discover completely new materials with properties we never thought possible.
You mean materials that are stronger, lighter, more durable, or have unique electrical or optical properties?
Exactly. It could revolutionize industries like aerospace construction, electronics, and energy.
And don't forget about finance. Quantum AI could be used to develop incredibly sophisticated risk management models and help make smarter investment decisions.
That's right. The potential applications are truly mind-blowing. But let's not get too carried away. There are still big challenges we need to overcome before quantum AI becomes a reality for most people.
So what are some of the roadblocks standing in the way of this quantum leap in AI?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is just how complex it is to build and run quantum computers. They need really specialized hardware and have to operate at extremely low temperatures, which makes them super expensive and fragile.
So it's not like we'll all have quantum computers on our desks anytime soon.
Probably not. But there's been amazing progress in this field, and many experts think we're getting close to a quantum computing revolution.
It's definitely something to keep an eye on. But for now, let's bring it back down to earth and talk about some of the more practical ways AI is already making our lives better today.
One area where we're seeing a lot of innovation is personalized learning. AI-powered tutoring systems can adapt to the needs of individual students and give them customized instruction.
Oh, so it's like having a personal tutor who's available 24/7 and can tailor the learning experience to each student's pace and style.
Exactly. These systems can figure out where a student is struggling, give them specific feedback, and adjust the difficulty level as they go.
That could be a game changer for education. It can make learning more engaging and effective for every student.
And beyond education, AI is also transforming healthcare. From personalized treatment plans to virtual assistants that help patients manage their conditions, the possibilities are huge.
It seems like AI is becoming a part of every aspect of our lives.
It is, and as we embrace these advancements, it's important to be aware of both the benefits and the potential risks.
Especially as AI systems become more advanced and independent, we need to make sure they're being used ethically and responsibly.
Absolutely. Transparency, fairness, and accountability in how we develop and use AI are essential.
We need to make sure these powerful technologies serve all of humanity, not just a select few.
That's such an important point. And speaking of making sure AI benefits everyone, there's been a lot of talk about the importance of diversity and inclusion in the field.
Why is that so important? How does diversity affect AI development and what it means for society?
So when we talk about diversity in AI, it's not just about, having representation just for the sake of it.
Right. It's about making sure that the people who are actually building these AI systems represent the diversity of the people who are going to be using them and
Yeah.
affected by them.
Exactly, because if the people designing and developing these AI systems all come from similar backgrounds and have the same perspectives, then there's a risk that their biases, whether they're aware of them or not, are going to get baked into the technology.
So, like, if facial recognition software is mostly developed by teams that lack diversity, it might not be able to accurately identify people with different skin tones.
Yeah, that's a good example. And bias in AI can show up in so many ways, from healthcare algorithms to loan approval systems and everything in between.
So it's really important to have diverse voices involved throughout the entire process of developing AI.
Absolutely. From collecting data and designing algorithms to testing and deployment, we need different perspectives to challenge assumptions, reduce bias, and make sure AI systems are fair and equitable for everyone.
It's not just about avoiding harm, it's also about using the power of different ways of thinking to come up with more innovative and effective AI solutions.
Exactly. When you have people with different backgrounds, experiences, and ways of thinking working together on AI development, you're more likely to find creative solutions that meet a wider range of needs.
So diversity isn't just an ethical thing, it's actually a key driver of innovation in AI.
That's right. It's about creating a future where AI benefits everyone, not just a small group.
Okay, so while we're talking about the future of AI, let's switch gears again and explore some of the exciting projects and initiatives that are happening around the world.
One project that I find really interesting is a collaboration between a bunch of European universities and tech companies.
Oh, wow, what are they working on?
They're developing an AI system that can predict and try to reduce the effects of climate change.
Wow, that's using AI for good on a huge scale. So how does it actually work?
They're basically feeding the AI massive amounts of data, everything from climate models and satellite imagery to economic trends and social patterns.
So it's like they're trying to create this big picture view of the climate system and how it interacts with human society.
Exactly. The goal is to build a system that can accurately predict how climate change will impact different regions and then suggest specific actions to minimize the damage and help people adapt to the changing environment.
So it's not just about understanding the problems, about using AI to find solutions and create a more sustainable future.
Exactly. It's a great example of how we can use AI to tackle some of the biggest challenges facing humanity.
It's definitely inspiring to see AI being used in such a proactive and positive way.
And there's another fascinating initiative happening in personalized medicine.
Personalized medicine. Okay, tell me more about that. What's AI's role in this?
So researchers are using AI to analyze a person's genes, lifestyle, and environmental factors to create customized treatment plans.
So instead of having a one-size-fits-all approach to healthcare, we're moving towards a future where treatments are tailored to each person's specific needs.
That's the idea. It's about using the power of AI to really understand each patient and provide more targeted and effective care.
That's amazing. What kind of impact could this have on healthcare in general?
It could completely change how we prevent and treat diseases. Imagine being able to know your risk for certain conditions before they even happen, and then take steps to reduce those risks.
That's incredible. It's like having a personalized health plan that guides you towards a healthier life.
It's all about giving people the power to take control of their own health and make smart decisions based on their own unique situation.
This is really groundbreaking stuff. But we can't forget about all the amazing things happening in the creative world, too. What's AI doing in art and entertainment these days?
Well, there are a ton of AI-powered tools that are helping artists and creators push the limits of their imagination.
Give me some examples. What can these tools do?
There are AI music composers that can write original scores for movies and video games, and we're also seeing AI-powered animation software that can create some seriously impressive visuals with incredible detail.
Wow. It's like having a whole team of creative collaborators all powered by AI. It makes you wonder, what does this mean for the future of art? Will AI be the next Picasso or Mozart?
That's a great question. I think it's more about AI becoming a really powerful tool that artists can use to enhance their creativity and explore new possibilities. It's about collaboration and augmentation, not replacement.
So AI can take care of some of the technical stuff, which frees up artists to focus on what really matters, the emotional expression and the unique perspective they bring to their work.
Exactly. AI can help us break through technical barriers and push the boundaries of what's possible, but it's the human element that truly makes art connect with us on a deeper level.
It's like AI is giving artists a brand new set of tools, but the masterpiece still comes from the human heart and mind.
That's a beautiful way to put it. And I think it goes back to the bigger thing we've been talking about throughout this deep dive,
And what's that?
that AI is a tool. It's something created by humans for humans, and it's our responsibility to guide its development, make sure it's used responsibly, and harness its power to benefit all of humanity.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the most important thing you want our listeners to take away about the future of AI?
I think the most important thing to remember is that the future of AI isn't set in stone. It's something we are actively creating through the choices we make, the actions we take, and our vision for the role we want AI to play in our world.
So it's not about just accepting whatever technological advancements come along. It's about actively engaging with these technologies, asking tough questions, and making sure AI is used to create a world that is more equitable, just, and sustainable for everyone.
Exactly. The future of AI is in our hands, and we have the power to make it a future we can all be proud of.
That's a great way to put it. I think that's the perfect note to end on. Thanks so much for joining me on this incredible journey into the world of AI.
It's been my pleasure. And to all our listeners out there, stay curious, stay engaged, and keep exploring the amazing potential of this incredible technology.